I think we're just about ready to get this game underway. I've just had a look at the chat between the admins and players as well. Apparently RG having a couple of internet issues, so he's missing out on this first map, but we might be seeing him later on in this series, so we'll have to wait and see for that one. But here we go, the very first game of the Guild Wars 2 Pro League is about to get underway. It's Vermilion up against More Guns Than Roses on the Forest of Niflhel. Let's see how this one starts up.
Interesting start for blue team as they go straight up the mid, actually. We're all going to see an early engagement here onto the Mesmer of the red team, of course. Frostball going for that cross early. Looks like he might be kind of punished here. He drops quite soon as well, and the heal's already been used as well. And I do believe he may have even been interrupted. Tries to use diversion to get away, but he actually might be taken out very early in this first part of this game.
He's doing a good job of counting around, but does finally go into that down state, and I don't believe anyone's going to be around to save him there. By the looks of things, this whole big team fight going on over at the keep. Nobody too low just yet. It's just a bit of a skirmish going on, and they're just trying to get their feet here going. But we've got one cap apiece on either of those side nodes, and that midpoint still decap. Frostball did go down in the end, so 4 vs 5 more guns with a little bit of a man advantage, but the score certainly still in favour of them as well.
Yeah, we saw the Moa obviously coming out there as well. Let's go over towards, let's have a look at Xeon here. He's doing quite a good job himself, just holding this point. You know, the 1v1 is really, really strong, obviously getting his cooldowns back quite quickly and quite well. Let's have a look at Tayskin here over towards this midpoint. We are going to see, obviously, the team sustaining quite well. 30, actually, Curve is actually dropping very low as well. He is going to be in Reaper Shroud, of course. No Elixir X throw to get him out of that and turn him into Moa. But we're going to see the downstate coming out into Dank, and now the blue team have to make a massive choice of going in for that res, otherwise there will be a lot of cleave. Dank's still in the downstate, but there's no way it's going to be a res here other than Curve obviously being rallied there as well. Going to drop back into downstate. Both Necros being focused quite hard here, are having big problems at surviving in these fights. Of course, we're looking for the res from Frostball to assist with that diversion, of course, distortion, which can be given to the rest of his team through his traits, of course, as well as getting a nice days off through those shatters as well. But you can see both Necros dropping out. Blue team Necro is going to be back in first of all over towards this side of the map over on the henge.
Yeah, and actually, speaking of the henge, it has been decapped now, so just a 1 cap in favour of Vermilion. So they're going to start to even up those points and maybe start to eke out a little bit of a lead. But very, very long sustained fights that we're seeing so far. Frostball getting fairly low again. We saw him, he was the first one to go down this game, and this time he's being chased on out by I believe that's Altrasti.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too bad of a matchup there. He's able to get a nice shield 5 off, actually, and really halt Atrasti. And then now he has to be very careful because obviously Snowball's here as well. They can survive and just hold off. With the decap over on the henge node as well, yeah, Xeon going down on the other side of the map means the 2 cap comes out for the team of Vermilion. Of course, RG not being here apparently is absolutely fine, as Tayskin potentially going to go down over on the midpoint. Needs some kind of Condi removal here, with Curve really following up from behind and Snowball coming in as well. This matchup is not great. Where is their Elementalist? They need Demon here. He's here right there to get the save there, and they push onto a Curve. Nice knockback comes out from Atrustia there as well. Good job from those members. Are they going to be able to get the down? No, just the nick of time. They get the res, and now you're going to see the damage coming back onto this blue team, surely, as Xeon just wandering around the south side, just the bottom in roads. He needs to be in this fight, and he needs to get in there quite quickly as Curve goes into the downstate as well. I don't think red team are looking for the res here.
Yeah, there's no way he's getting back up. Curve is going to be knocked out of this fight, and that is another advantage going over to Morgans. But there's still 2 caps down right now. This fight all going on at key, but both side nodes in favour of Vermilion. So while they're a man down, they're still winning in those caps, and that's what this game is all about. And look at this, the fight transferring over towards henge now, and you can see pretty much everyone on the map following. Triffin goes down though, and that's going to be stomped straight away. Nobody able to capitalize on that one. So Morgans, again, keep on winning these skirmishes. They're going to be able to get the henge back for themselves, but they need to turn this into something because they're slowly but surely falling behind in points. Half of the points their opponents right now.
They already pushed Tayskin away as well. Like, they've commit so hard over towards the henge that they've actually going to probably lose this midpoint as well, unless they get people there in time, and they are able to do that as well. And Tayskin can bail out if he needs to. Of course, doesn't have Sneak Gyro available to pull that out, unfortunately. He feels like he should just leave this as well and regenerate himself, but he's going to get healed up quite highly by Demon there, who does get a shout heal off as well. But the conditions are really piling in on the team. We've got Torment, we've got loads of poison as well stacking up.
Look at the health
members.
bars.
Yeah, Dank going into the downstate there as well. And full HP for this red team of Vermilion at the moment. They're not feeling the loss of RG too hard here.
No.
And blue team not able to get much on the map. Do get the sides. But this is going to be difficult now to sustain it with 2 members out.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be. That's going to be Dank did go down. Thaskin is just finished off falling as well. And Trusty, I don't even know how to say that name. He's just gone into downstate as well. But the decap coming out from Curve, but there he is. Dank arrives at the very last second to save the henge. That is going to be the 2 cap. So Morgans can slowly but surely catch up now for a little while to try and get even with Vermilion.
Yeah, Taskin coming in on the side as well for respawns means they're going to be able to get them back in the fight. But Dank goes into downstate here. Is Taskin going to be able to do anything as he comes into the point here? Not at all, unfortunately. He's still dropped into downstate. He's going to get cleaved out in the end as well. Blue team not risking it. That's a good call to not risk it fully there. But still, the condition cleave that comes onto these boys is absolutely immense. Demon doing a good job at trying to support his team to keep them alive while Dank does respawn. At least, you know, they've got the team fight occurring on this side of the map. So at least when they get the respawn, they're going to get the support they need, and he comes out early. But the thing is, Demon gets caught there and is going to potentially go into the downstate, just trying to get away using that. Oh, I feel like
surely going to go down. Yeah, it does finally go down. Good effort, though. Good effort trying to get away. Vaporform is going to get him close to his team. Trying to get that res, but I don't think they're going to be able to. And actually, that's a bit of an overcommitment there from Thaskin. He's going to try and escape. He's got 2,000. Does have his heal available, so should be able to get away with this one. But that is going to be Demon going down in the end. That's the Elementalist as well. So for the next few seconds, team fight should be in favor of Vermilion.
Yeah, we've got another portal popping up as well over towards the midpoint. As we have a look at Trusty here, being a bit flashy there with the good old stuff, the good old legendary as well. But he's just trying it. Got the decap there, obviously, moving over towards mid, able to get the decap as well as just regrouping with their team here as well. Xenix moving back over towards mid. Actually, most team members moving back up top. Dank now has not really got distortion available or anything else, but they do bring him back up. But Taskin punished there and dropped back into the downstate. Need some cooldowns here potentially to bring him back up. They do get him back up indeed, and we are going to see that the blue team are going to be back up and fighting. But the problem is that they've used a lot of cooldowns here to try and maintain this team fight. They need to drop someone, but look at red team's HP levels.
Yeah, Vermilion are just on point with these team fights. They're doing so well in these group fights. Snowball, though, as I say that, goes into downstate. Dank is going to get picked up, and while the health bars are low, Morgans are managing to turn this one around. They've managed to top themselves up somewhat, and they've got Snowball back into downstate once again. If they can just finish him off, they're in great stead to win out this fight. Xeon as well, just actually trying to kite away from this fight, trying to escape if he can now.
They've got Portal ready.
Have Portal, yeah.
Yeah, he's got it ready to just sneak back onto the point if they should so need to, because they do have obviously that 2 cap at the moment, and they're going to start to catch up, and this game is getting very tight at the moment as they start to potentially deal with things. But Taskin, almost losing that mid cap there, unfortunately, as well. Need to be very careful. Xenix still has that portal there, of course, and still has about 20 seconds left on that as well. Moves back in towards the midpoint. We're going to see this point contested again and see if red team can be pushed back here in this fight.
Yeah, absolutely. But look at the scoreboard right now. Just 10-point difference between these two teams, and we're halfway through the game right now. This really could go either way. Both teams fighting tooth and nail. Dank has been found out. Triffin trying to get the kill onto him, but he's realised he's in a 1 versus 3 right now and needs to get out of there. The rest of his team arriving, but Snowball has managed to get onto the mine. That's going to be a 2 cap by the looks of things for Vermilion, unless it gets contested. Does get contested in the end. Dank is incredibly low and looks like he might go down, but Demon manages to save the day there.
Yeah, indeed. Dank's got his heal back up as well. Midpoint is still in their favour, but mine is only being contested at the moment. Look at the amount of points, and blue team need to keep in this contention for, 25 points or so, just so they can make sure, if they do need to later, potential boss steal or kill. But we are going to see Taskin going into the downstate here as well, and Curve drops a ton of damage on the body, as well as being in that Reaper Shroud, which is very strong. And no one to take him out of that, of course, and having the Druid in Celestial Avatar form is giving the red team a little bit more sustain at the moment, but they haven't been winning the cap points, but they are now as they get the kills, with Taskin and Atrestia really not in the world of living right now. And unfortunately are going to have a little bit of trouble. But now red team need to haul it either towards mid or over towards henge, because obviously blue team respawns coming up quite quickly.
Yeah, they are indeed. Atrestia does finally get stomped, and that is going to be the mine going over to Vermilion. So 2 cap currently, but as you say, henge and mid are going to be highly contested over the next couple of minutes, and we'll see where they opt to put their focus right now. Looks like it's going to be 2 versus 2 in mid once the remainder of the players get there. Keep still in favour of Morgans currently, though. Xeon going to stay there. But actually 4 people from Vermilion grouping up towards this mid part of the map, and actually They managed to keep both of these side notes for now.
Focus is on mine, actually. Yeah, they've just moved over. 1 tick left for him to get the decap there. We can see Curve coming in. Nice slick shoes from Tayskin to make sure he actually gets out of there, because he's going to be trailed down from behind by a Mesmer, Condi Mesmer, and of course the Necro.
Down.
Oh, but Moa comes out onto Tayskin as well. This is not great. Demon has to bail out of there because he knows that that's going to be a death. Unfortunately as well, we're going to see him going into the downstate here. And now blue team are going to have a lot to do. They've got to defend mid and try and get a cap here with 2 members potentially out. But are we going to see Tayskin go? Yeah, he does drop in the end as well. We can see the res obviously coming out, and movement over towards this midpoint is going to be absolutely fine. Dank now probably guarding mid while we try and see something coming out from the Henge. Red team need to move over and defend here, as Tayskin will obviously be respawning, and there will be a big team fight on this node.
There absolutely will be, and you can see immediately the reaction towards mid as there's one person at peace. Alcor did go down, but he's back onto his feet, and they're doing okay. Vermilion actually just 80 points away from taking this game. They've managed to get a little bit of a lead for themselves, 75 points ahead of their opponents right now. More guns, they're on the back foot. They need to make something happen because mid has been decapped as well. Xeon is going to go down, and actually this might just be the end of it for Morguns on this first map. Xeon does get finished off. Demon just trying to kite around and survive, but it's only 1 point in favor of Vermilion. We've got a decap over towards the mine, and that looks to be going the way of Morguns. So they managed to even up in terms of cap. And now it looks like the fight might be heading towards the middle of the map.
They're just going for a boss kill here. There's no one from blue team to even think about the steal. I mean, maybe we still see the blue team Mesmer going over, but he's going to try. I mean, this is going to be important if he gets it. Obviously, the Necro's been quite... It's not taking a lot, but a nice job from Alcor. And Xeon is just trying to get there as soon as he possibly can.
Denied.
And that's just absolute denial. Yeah, best denial. Almost like Moba-esque, I guess. Almost. But now Moa comes out, obviously, onto the blue team, and the beginning of the end obviously occurred over towards the midpoint when they lost that cap, especially losing that fight over on the Henge as well. And blue team have been playing catch up a lot of the time in this first game, but you know, finding it difficult to sustain coming out from Vermilion, having the Ranger as well, you know, Celestial. I feel like just an Elixir X, like even if Stealth Gyro would be more useful generally in the meta, maybe the Elixir X throw just versus this comp could be something they do consider in this second game.
Well, there we have it. That's the first game going over to Vermilion. So fantastic showing from them, I've got to say, the game. But we're ready to get into the second map of this series. It is underway between Vermilion and Morguns here on the legacy of the faux fire. We'll see who's going to be able to take the advantage as we start this one off. It's going to be Morguns on that blue side and Vermilion over on the red side. And look at this, a 3-1-1 split coming out from Vermilion here.
Yeah, Alcor coming over for that cheeky far push, and Atrastia wants to stop him. They want to get the early cap and make sure they can hold this map firm down from the beginning, because this map obviously the easiest map to snowball in Guild Wars 2, because he danked now. They're all really on Alcor. They want to try and take him out as soon as possible. Heals come out for him and support, and now you probably start to see blue team's HP bars start to fall as they drop into this mid fight. Feels like they have to challenge the free caps a lot more, but the thing is we're going to see more support in terms of blue team and probably out sustaining those 2v2s. So maybe the team fight will be better here for them. We'll have to wait and see. Curve is being hard focused here as well. Look at blue team.
Look at the damage.
Oh my good lord. Over across the other side of the map as well, we're seeing people drop very low. Dank's only at 4k HP with a ton of conditions coming out of the Reaper Shroud. He needs to be healed here. Demon's in the corner, but he gets CC'd, and that's great movement from Vermilion as they interrupt the Elementalist. He's not able to get a lot of his potential heals off, but they get the res again, and that's a good job from the team of Morguns to make sure they're staying in this fight and they actually get the down to Alcor. But look, his HP, it gets res up so hard there. Do we see a comment coming out for the interrupts as well as other damage coming out?
Disastrous for Vermilion. That's going to be Alcor going down. Curve went into downstate. Snowball as well. Triffin's just being chased out of the fight entirely, and it's a three-man wipe coming out. Triffin jumps back in, but
Precision Strike comes back onto. They both trade Precision Strikes, and actually Triffin was lower there.
Blue team just got his heal back up again though, so he's okay now. But
yeah. I think I'm wondering whether or not blue team should be doing this push at the moment. Have they got portal mid? I'm not sure. This could be overcommittal right here. If they get a decap, then fine, but just leave it. They've got portal still on that point. Or do they actually act to know? Okay, we've got portals from teams there as well, and they're just going to leave it. They're going to be coming back. This is a good thing to be doing right now over on this map, of course, because they don't want to overcommit and lose that advantage. This map is Snowball City. If they lose these caps and get wiped here across the map, they can lose this lead very easily. Tayskin obviously having a lot of trouble here, as Alcor is building up a lot of might stacks as well, and obviously have Celestial Avatar available to him should he so need it. Curve and the other members now moving out from close point, just regrouping, moving over towards mid, as Dank obviously Xenix there as well, waiting for those guys to come in, just seeing whether or not they're going to be able to get something off quite early in this fight potentially, but not looking too bad at all for Morgans.
No, not at all.
Oh,
Obviously,
you say that,
Xenix.
Oh, escapes.
Oh, very nice portal to get out, but he's incredibly low. He's still in trouble here. Does manage to get a couple of heals back up, and he's blinking all over the place, back up to half HP, and he will be able to survive this one by the looks of things. So, fair play to him. Does manage to survive. And again, the decap comes out over towards Quarry, so it is still a 2-cap in favour of Morgans. Alcor so close to going down there, and he's got so many conditions. Will finally go into that down state. They're trying to get the res onto it, but I don't think they're going to be able to. That's another kill going over to Morgans, who are extending their lead. Snowball is so low, but he's managed to heal himself back up. He had no conditions on him, but Snowball, again, getting incredibly low. Xeon does go down. I don't think anyone... Oh, they are going to be able to get the res off onto him.
I mean, but they're going for extra damage on the other team as well. They need to jump on the res here, and Snowball wasn't even in the fight to even carry on, heal them up. He was actually out mobile-wise. And that's really good from Vermilion. Unexpected comeback there in that mid-fight where you could really see it swinging into the area of Morgans, and really it probably should have. And they're starting to snowball this mid-cap in terms of kills. Trusty is going to try and go for the potential decap on the other side of the map as Alcor gets the decap here over on the waterfall. Dank going into downstate as well. No one's coming in for the rescue. Trusty and Tayskin need to hold midpoint until Demon gets back, and that's going to be extremely difficult for them to do. They're just going to have to kite around on this midpoint, just avoid damage as much as possible and use all their evading condition removal, because otherwise they're going to have a lot of pain to deal with in the near term future. And Xian not being there as well to help out the team in terms of survivability might not be the greatest of ideas to stretch them so far across the map, because I feel like they could have stayed mid if he'd maybe just popped over at Lee. He does. You can see him kind of going in and out there. But look at what's happening now. Free cap, potentially.
This is suddenly really bad news for Morgans. It looked like they were having a fantastic game to start this one off, but as you rightly said, very close to a 3-cap coming out in favour of Vermilion. They're starting to snowball these points in their favour. I can't say his name. Trusty is getting away from the waterfall in the end, does have his heal back off cooldown, so we'll be able to get away with that one pretty safely. But Demon's been knocked into that downstate over towards that midpoint. Vaporform going to keep him alive a little bit longer, but look at the cleave coming on out. Dank trying to get him up, but there's no way he's getting back onto his feet. And that's going to be mid. The fight won once again by Vermilion here at that midpoint. The Quarry was decapped, but we actually see a member from Morgans. It's going to be Xeon going over there just to try and cap, but Tayskin as well gets taken out, and this is starting to fall apart for Morgans.
Yeah, I mean, at least they've got the cap now. Now they need to decide what they're going to do. What they're going to do, they're going to plant people into the cap. They're not going to be able to get back. Dank needs to go back into base. But Ops Demon actually comes to him to support him and uses a lot of cooldowns in doing so. So now Demon's, obviously, they don't want to engage in a massive team fight right now because the heal's off. Like, he's still got he's waiting for that cooldown, 15 seconds, and he'll be able to help his team out a lot more. Although he's still got to get over towards this team fight here. But Trastia really having some issues as he's caught in the roads there, and we can see a lot of damage coming up from Triffin, as well as other members trying to get onto him, but nice evades come out from Trastia, and he needs to survive this to really bring out some high level damage here to carry this fight. Waterfall is getting decapped as well. Tayskin gets that decap. Nice mower comes out to Snowball as well. That's really great because Snowball has to run, and he leaves that fight without potential support there. But look who we've still got in the fight. Oh no, wait a minute, Alcor's on the other side of the map, so blue team potentially going to be able to carry over towards mid here, get the cap, and closer we get to 350 points. Another 100 for more guns means they're potentially getting towards a Lord Rush later in the game if they should so need, but they're doing okay holding that lead barely.
Yeah,
by the skin of their teeth.
This game has been like a seesaw because, I mean, we saw Vermilion manage to flip it on its head, nearly get the 3-cap, and look at this Dank now. It's going to be the one being focused on. I was about to say more guns are coming back, but Dank gets taken out, and actually this could be Vermilion back into the game again. Dank does get finished off. Curve is going to be the focus for 4 more guns over towards the waterfall right now. They're trying to get onto this point. Vermilion is so close to capping that one, but it's going to be denied and pretty much neutralized once more. Look at this just chaotic fight right now.
Tayskin's being dropped here quite hard as well. Has no cooldowns. Elixir S proc as well comes out for him. Does have healing turret and super speed as well to give him a lot of HP. And look, he's back up, pops up, thunderclap on point. Just gives himself and the rest of the team a little bit of a room there, but no dates comes out, unfortunately.
Zeon went down a quarry.
Oh god, completely. The hype is real over on this side of the map. We go back over to quarry, of course, and we see the loss of that capture point as well. 2 caps in favour of Vermilion. They'll start to come back, but Curve goes into downstate here as well. Is anyone going to be able to rescue him up? Doesn't look like it. And now we're going to see blue team trading, getting back the waterfall here. But the 2 cap comes in, of course, for the team of Vermilion. Now,
score perfectly even right now.
It's an important decision, though, Joe, now, what they have to do. What are they going to do? Are they going to sucker the red team into a fight up here? Or are Vermilion going to sit back? Are we going to see some kind of portal towards Lord later? We'll have to wait and see. But we are going to see again, Xeonix is just going for the plays over on the quarry. But the thing is, while he's doing that, blue team don't want to engage in a full-on team fight here. We're going to see the other Mesmer now is going to be out of that, and maybe it'd be useful for Xeonix to move over towards mid potentially, so they could carry this fight into their favour. But decap is good. We've only got an 11-point lead here. So this is good play by blue.
This is such a close game, and this is definitely
really
something that we could potentially see a Lord Rush come out, because both teams are so low. Trustia is going to be going into that downstate. The knockback comes out from Triffin. That might just be able to secure the kill, and it does. So no res available coming out from Morgan. So Vermilion with a slight advantage here in terms of outnumbering. But again, 1 cap apiece here. It's just 20 points in the lead for Vermilion, but it's just not enough to really secure them the game. But here we go, Zeon incredibly low, down to half HP as well. Zeon over towards this midpoint. He's so close. Triffin is on the case and does manage to take him down. There's no one anywhere near to get a res unless Demon can pull off a miracle, but I don't think it's going to happen. Does finally get taken out there, and that is going to be another kill for Vermilion. 2 cap comes out from them as well.
I feel like they could have just held off there. They needed to be a bit more patient, and they've been separated as well. Demon now has to jump onto the rest of his team. He even has the lightning flash to get towards them. So he's using a lot of cooldowns here. They're just being chill. They want to get towards 350 points. But look, we've got the Mesmer going for the portal. We've got the whole team rushing through to Lord. And they're going for the full-on Lord Rush. And Zeon is ready in defense, but where is everyone else? The problem is they need to get people here very quickly. But the damage, you know, is on their team, because even Alcor can do quite a lot of damage himself. But if they can sustain this, they've got the decap as well.
It doesn't take long to kill the Lord, though. They should be able to do this. Look at the Blue Lord's HP. Bang. It is going down, and that is going to be game to Vermilion. But Super Smash up against Purple Noise here for the 2nd game of the 2nd season of the Guild Wars 2 Pro... Of the 2nd Guild Wars, in fact.
There's a lot of 2s going on right now as Carver goes over towards potentially the hench, as we see a stealth breakout from the start, of course, as well. Let's have a look over towards the midpoint.
No one went towards the hench from Purple Noise here.
Yeah,
interesting start.
Evading hench completely. Full out over on the mine here as well. They want to get down their Sling quite quickly here, in an unexpected movement from themselves. Actually similar to maybe Super Smash and qualifiers. The Sling's getting punished here quite hard. Does get back up to about full HP there, as Honey's just trying to get the Comet off to just try and bring some kind of distortion there. And Zurich as well over on the midpoint, having a couple of troubles, but he's able to evade a lot of that damage. When I say distortion, I meant just... you know, trying to get some interrupts off there with Comet and whatnot as well. But now the damage comes out onto the blue team. Cole Summers and Badaka there having some issues. As we see Badaka coming into that Reaper Shroud there as well. Where's Sable? He's there, but he can't get his Elixir X throw off. But he does get into Elixir X form anyway and jumps onto the Rampage. And that's something that can really carry the fight if he uses the 5th skill. Already has lots of interrupts coming out. 2 down though.
Sling did go down as well, though, so it's 2 apiece. Badako manages to get back onto his feet, but Sling, I don't think, is going to be so lucky. He gets finished off. Zuik incredibly low as well, over towards the keep, but it's 1 for 1 as Cole Summer did end up going down in the end. And actually, we can see Carver is all on his own in a 2 versus 1. He's going to have to just kite away from this one, and that is him going to be going down as well. So, by the looks of things, that is going to be the henge, maybe decapped. Actually, we are going to see Cole Summers heading over there on the respawn, but Amka does end up dropping as well. It's just People dropping
It's
left,
messy.
right, and center right
It's
now.
messy.
Sable as well just trying to escape. He's found himself 2 versus 1 as well as Sling and Honey just 1v1ing on the point.
Oh, I wanna get Sable down.
is going to go down, and I don't think anyone's going to be able to pick him back up.
Yeah, Zurich uses the staff nicely there to just push people away, but he can't go for that res until he knows those guys have been interrupted and moved away, and Sable obviously going to be dropped into fall down state here and will be lost. But it's still quite even on the map, actually, as we do have 5 members back for Purple Noise, but obviously Carver was down for quite a lot of that time anyway, and as he pushes people away from Henge now, we do see Cole Summers moving over towards mid. Rev moving down towards the south side of the map as well, below Keep now as the 2-cap comes out for Purple Noise. We're going to see them at about 70 points with a lead of 30 to 40 now. As Zurich, nice pull over towards mid. Nice CC control as well on Cole Summer there. They're not able to get a lot of that damage off, unfortunately, but we are going to see more members coming in. Sling dropping the conditions down and moving over towards this side of the map to get the possible decap. Oh no, nice job from Carver, comes in with the slick shoes as well. And Poison trying to be operated by Sling there to push Carver away, but he's just going to try and sustain.
Anyway, though. Carver couldn't hold on to it for too long, and actually in a 2 versus 1 does have to try and bail on out of here. Honey's arrived on the scene. I don't know if she can save him or not, though, because it looks like 2 versus 3 right now. Carver doing his very best to try and just kite away from this one, but he's down to just 1,000 HP and will get dropped in the end.
Honey going to come in with
is around the corner.
She's not got the Vaughn.
No, I don't think
she's trying to get stability up, but she's not got the Vaughn invulnerability, on the focus there. She's got herself in a no-K position up there as well. But now she's just going to try and keep the points sustained. Not too bad as long as she can stay alive while Carver respawns. But they've not got the Elementalists in the supportive fight elsewhere. Zurich downstated elsewhere on the map as well in Rhodes. This is really, really good for the Purple Noise to keep this control and lead at the moment. And we are going to see them, of course, doing pretty well. Obviously, Cartman is Viper being his surname. But Honey downstated, lost over towards the Henge. Not too bad. Can Carver get on node, though? Is he going to try it, or is he going to go over towards mid? Yeah, he doesn't want to risk that. There's no point. It's almost like overcommittal, and if they lose him, Forest mid fight, Snowball, and just the rest of the map could be theirs. But they need to just be careful now and just try and hold what they've got.
Yeah, they absolutely do. We did see, while Honey went down, it was... I think Zurich was traded across as well, so it was still 4 versus 4. Purple Noise on double the score right now, and doing a fantastic job in this game. All they have to do is just maintain this 2-cap. Viper, sorry, does go down in the end, and I don't think anyone's anywhere near to pick him back up. He's going to get finished off, but Zurich looks to be the next target of Purple Noise. He's getting incredibly low himself, having to kite away. Will survive by the looks of things, but that's a very good situation for Purple Noise over towards the mine. Badaka now going to be the focus target of Super Smash, who they've got him well and truly surrounded here. He's just desperately trying to escape this one, using that Reaper Shroud to survive, but he's running out of HP at this rate. Honey trying to get onto him to save him.
No, he's not going to be able to get out of this, surely, but he's going to get supported fully by Honey here. She goes into that attunement as well with the overload on the water, and really the support is immense. He gets back into Reaper Shroud. They could even turn this ball. The amount of Conde, he got everything on him there, and that was unfortunate, but there's not much they could do about that now as Carver starts to move over potentially as well. Interestingly enough, going for that Elixir C, of course, conveying those conditions.
Super Smash committed so much to killing Badaka. They lost Henge in that meantime. That was 4 versus 2 just to get the downstate onto Badaka. And Purple Noise could do whatever they wanted on the rest of the map.
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem, though. Like, the kills, okay, good. It's great to get them. The kills are more important than the caps, but if you're not able to maintain your cap points as well, getting 5 points every so often is great. But only if you've got the rest of the map in some kind of situation where it's neutral. But now the fact that Purple Noise have committed to leaving people on these caps could be to their detriment, with Carver and downstate, of course, elsewhere. Now Cole Summer can really support there on that midpoint, but he's not going off node to risk that. They just want to keep the 2-cap. And actually, this is a really great performance at the moment from Purple Noise. I feel like, what you said is very true. They've been suckered into this situation, Super Smash.
Yeah, they absolutely have, and Purple Noise actually getting fairly close to triple the score right now of Super Smash. Amstar does manage to get back up as Carver is currently respawning.
Is it the Druid? Are we seeing a big difference in terms of the Druid as he goes into downstate? Sorry, mate. I'll just move the camera off of you now. This Druid has been very, very, has been quite a good role for these teams. Yeah. Is it being underestimated in the current meta? We'll have to wait and see and how that works out later, and if people are going to pick it up. Doubt it. Sable dropping quite low itself. Elixir X Gas proc comes out, but he's going to be regenerated here by his Elementalist. No interrupts come out, of course, from that comment, unfortunately. But now, red team getting back the 2-cap here.
Yeah, they've managed to pull themselves back onto the map a little bit here. Sling in a 1v1 against Carver over towards the mine, and actually freezes him slightly off node there to finish off that full cap. And Carver just doing his very best to sustain that fight, but Cartman Viper has been taken down, as has Amstar though, so it's one apiece. Cartman does end up dropping in the end. I don't know if they're going to be able to pick up Amstar or not. Doesn't look like it, as he will finally go. Oh wait, no, it didn't actually get finished off the stomp, but he's so low. Look at all the condies on him. He will go in the end, and it's 4 versus 4 now.
Oh, decap far. This is where Elixir X is so strong in this 1v1, because you know the Necro, even though he's got a lot which can, you know, condition pressure and everything else, Carver can get the nice decap with Tornado. Tornado, if you can sustain yourself enough, you know, you can get a lot of CC control on there, and you've got stability yourself, and the Necro has to convert a lot of that boonage that's going to be coming out from the Tornado. Of course, a lot of stability, but you know, I mean, anyway, now Viper looking for his target pickup here on Sling. Sling looks like he needs to try and get away, picks up the Signet as well. Reaper Shroud is available, but he needs more life force to get back into that to give him increased survivability. Interrupt from the Warhorn doesn't come out either. Jumps into Reaper Shroud for a moment just to, oh, Moa comes out onto Sling, and that's why the Elixir X throw is so strong, but they need to take advantage. He gets his heal off, but no one's there to interrupt it, and that Elixir X throw is so good, but they don't take advantage. It actually feels like Carver may potentially go down here.
He's only on 4k HP right now, and he is being focused. He doesn't have his heal off cooldown, and he will go down, but Sling is not feeling so lucky himself, and immediately you see Viper manages to get it. That gets the res as well.
Yeah, good stuff. Rally, and now this point should be theirs. 2-cap coming up potentially from Purple Noise to finish this game off in one of their only wins in the Pro League in out of Season 1 and Season 2, and this is a great performance from these guys. Sable now just trying to push away, potentially do some damage to Badaka here on the side, but really needs to get back on node. But the thing is, they're being held here at mid. Purple Nose going for the freak point coverage at the moment, and they get the double cap.
Absolutely. So Purple Noise doing a fantastic job right now, 150 points ahead of their opponents and just 120 points away from finishing this game off. Sling going into that Reaper Shroud, but still full HP.
Sandwich mode over here.
Viper not feeling all too healthy right now. He's going to be the focused target over towards the keep, and he will be dropped. Oh no, he manages to get away with that one. He got so low, but does finally go down in the end. The res is going to try and come out from Honey, but I don't know if she's going to be able to get that one, to be quite honest. Does end up dropping, but Darker now going to be the target.
But Sling could go down actually here as well. Oh my god, finished by the Necro, just jumping over towards the side. Unfortunately, she comes out of the cleave from the fire achievement, of course, but not enough, because obviously they're 2v3 now. Swirling Wings comes out to try and block any kind of incoming damage to the Necro now as well, and Badaka needs to hightail this out of here. He's not got anything to jump into. He's got his heal coming up, but he needs to get into Reaper Shroud, and that heal takes such a long time to channel, and he does a great job of getting out of there in the end. But we see the addition of Viper, which means Red Team have to split up as well, and all the focus is taken away from Badaka, but goes back onto Honey. Honey now can support. She moves away from that fire achievement over towards the mine node as well, and now they're full HP. But the thing is, Cole Summer going down over towards that henge node.
Yeah, absolutely. And Cole Summer looks to be finished off. Yeah, Purple Noise are 40 points away from victory right now. Super Smash. If they want to win this one, they've got to do it right this second. They can't afford to lose any more points at this point. 30 points until victory for Purple Noise. Henge has been decapped though. Yeah. They have to hold on to this mine, and they'll be able to win this game. But they're certainly not making it easy, as Super Smashers. They look to try and finish off Honey. They are going to be able to do so.
They need this decap.
They need it right now, but Badaka is making that as difficult as he possibly can. He goes into downstate. Viper is on the scene as well. Cole entering the fight. And this is all they need to do. They just need to hold on to this point, and they are going to win this game. Badaka still on the point, though, in that downstate. And now Carver arriving just to keep it on. They're 14 points away from victory, and they're going to be able to just sustain this point. Carver still on the point. It goes. The decaps come through, and now it's a 2-cap in favor of Super Smash.
But look, there's no coverage from Red red team. They got Portal over on this side of the map. I think they have. And actually, that was very good movement from the Necro. Used his Shout Elite and actually stuck Cole Summer off node. Couldn't use Search and Rescue. So Cole went to the south side of the point and had to use it there. And now we're actually going to see Purple Noise going for a boss kill, and no one's in place to actually make sure that that doesn't get thwarted there. They need someone to get to the rescue of this, because I think Badark is going to get this kill and they're going to win the game without even any three members there. What are you doing? Oh my God.
I don't think they'd quite clocked it quick enough. That was so close, though.
They had too much to watch there, Joe. We're going to see how well we go in this second map. Blue team, Purple Noise, of course, 1-up versus Super Smash. Used to be, of course, ASDF, and now on the red team, Super Smash. Going to see how they come out into this map. Mesmer could be very key, in fact, is very key to finishing this map specifically.
Yeah, it certainly is, and here we go as they spread across the map. Different starts to what we saw in our first series today. We've got kind of... Actually, no, we've got the 3-1-1. This time coming out from the blue team, though, instead of the red team. 3 still going over towards this quarry, though, and we're going to see a bit of a battle going on.
Push on Sling.
Definitely the target right now. He just has to cane it back to his base, and that is going to mean the man advantage well and truly in the favour of Purple Noise when it comes to the quarry specifically. They're trying to get down Sable, but they don't really seem to be doing too much damage just yet.
Yeah,
but
he's fine.
Carver actually getting incredibly low somewhere else on the map. I believe he's over at Waterfall.
Yeah, he should be okay there, really. I mean, he should be able to sustain himself on that node quite well. He's got a lot of line of sight there. Sable gets the rampage, and that can carry them really a long way. And Badarka drops down to about 20% or so HP, and the focus is really hard on him now. And Sable's going to start getting those really key rampage cooldowns back, and he's going to be able to put him down, but he does get pulled out of that as well. So have a look at Carver, see if he's got it over on the elite. He's actually doing absolutely fine. He's even got Elixir X back there as well. Sable is looking low.
Look at the Super Smash health bars in general. Sling is going to go down into that down state. They should be able to just about finish him off. They're trying to get the res if they can, but there is the stomp coming out, and that is going to be a kill going over to Purple Noise. They get the first kill of the game and that 5-point advantage. Amka looks to be the second target and will get dropped into downstate as well. Purple Noise looking to well and truly snowball this game in their favour. The Vapor Form is going to be used, but it's not going to be enough to save them. And 1 versus 1 over towards that midpoint as well. Not really going anywhere just yet, and same can be said for the Waterfall. Carver versus Amstar there.
Now here it feels like maybe red team just need to be focusing more on those big team fights where they seem to be a little bit more successful than spreading out, because Purple Noise are really pulling their big players around, and the Mesmer is not only good in these 1v1 situations, but like versus NG is very, very tough for them to get the kill quickly, and Carver's doing a great job over on that side of the map. We are going to see again Sling going down over towards this midpoint, but it feels like they need to get the Mesmer involved in the team fight. But then who do they push for a decap there, especially, you know, being able to get those portals out? And the Mesmer's got a lot of utility and usage in team fights, because he can get a lot of shatters out, he can get a lot of interrupts out as well, and he can actually, you know, help res the team. Distortion is very, very strong. And now Stazuik probably going to drop into downstate. Was surprised he didn't use his heal a little bit quicker there. Slick Shoes comes out as well, and Carver is still stuck over towards the waterfall, but gets the cap.
Yeah, he certainly does, and that is going to mean that it should be now a 2-cap in favour of the Purple Noise. And now Badarka is in trouble, but the res looks to be coming out straight away here, and he will get back onto his feet. So Purple Noise with a 2-cap advantage. They've got the point advantage, and they're getting ahead. Badarka does get turned into Moa and will get dropped down to the ground again, but the res trying to be channeled, but there's the stomp coming out.
That's the strength,
Super Smash finally finish off the kill and maybe find their way into the map. They've got the decap on the waterfall as well.
Yeah, that's good going there. They've moved out quite quickly, knowing the momentum of the fight was going in their favour. Viper, of course, able to get on the point quite quickly here. Everyone Waterfall, oh no, 1 cap or so, and they would have had that node in their favour as Sibborn comes out. You can see how much damage that potential that ability has. Ridiculous. And then he's again over with the Mesmer in his 1v1, but Carver now probably, you know, you saw him pressured quite hard earlier. He's going to have to move off cap there and get the cap, and he's going to lose the cap, so we're going to have to wait for that to happen, and that's a significant fight that's going to be quite deciding in this game. But now 75 or so points ahead for Purple Noise. Not really in a position we're used to seeing them in all honesty.
No, Purple Noise, honestly, on this map looking pretty dominant. They've got that lead, and
This
Now
is
they're
not a great fight for these guys at all.
No.
They're like, this is just sustained city. But the thing is, blue team, if they leave their Ranger and their Ellie in this fight, they will lose people elsewhere on the map if they're not careful. Slinglow does drop quite low himself. He's got his heal back up, and Reaper Shroud quite quickly going to be coming out.
You
That's
say
good from
that, but he
Badaka.
just gets locked up and taken down.
Badaka's
Sling
like
does
that.
get picked up again, though. Badaka now, as you say, goes into that Reaper Shroud, but he's down to half of his HP. Does have his heal coming up, though, so he's going to be A-OK for now. Sling, again, going to be the target, but the Reaper Shroud comes out. And that Reaper Shroud is just such a key ability for these Necros. It keeps them alive in so many occasions.
I mean, a lot of the Sling goes down into downstate now as well. I don't think they've got much left to bring Sling back up. He's very close to getting up as well. Sable doesn't have many cooldowns and not much condition removal or heal left if he does go down for that. So if he goes down for the res, and then, you know, he wouldn't be able to survive afterwards. So I think he made a good decision there not to go for that. They need to just survive, and they need to get some caps, and they have. They've got Quarry, and now they can survive to contest mid, and they can get people over to this point. We can see the Ranger Cole Summer still sticking over there, and really now Amka couldn't do much with that. It's still Sable actually going for the res here. Still got missed. I'm surprised he didn't move at least a little bit there with Vapor Form, but hey ho, it's not going to happen. This 1v1's still on the waterfall. Never ending. Carver, now I think this benefits Purple Noise a lot more, that 1v1 on that point. But the thing is that with Carver as well, he's got a lot of utility with that Elixir X throw and heal, and Condi and Root potentially as well. Cole Summer going to drop it.
Oh, Honey's arrived, though. Is going to be able to heal him back up. So Honey literally saving the day right there. Keeps his teammate alive. So getting back onto that point to make sure Honey can't just get that free decap, though. But Carver all on his own on that point for a second there.
No, they've got the 2v1 here. Viper's coming in for the +1. Actually might get a kill on the Mesmer if he's not careful. Yeah, that was good combination from the Rev there and the Engineer, and they take him out.
Yeah, really nice combo coming out. Amstar does go down. Amka looking to try and get that res off. I don't know if they're going to be able to.
He did get the vulnerability off.
Cleave available.
Oh no, that's too much. Too much in the end. Needs to get that Frost Armor as well.
I'm a little bit surprised at how much he kind of got away with that, to be honest. He didn't really take all that much damage.
Well,
I say that. He's about to maybe go down in the end. Does have his heal available, but he's down to 5,000 HP.
He survives that. He should be okay for a bit. He's not got many cooldowns. Does have Lightning Flash. And actually, they get Viper down from behind. That's always key. And you're going to see the nice Acid Bomb from Sable coming out there. Needed to probably weapon switch a little bit earlier, but he gets a nice trail there and actually gets a ton of damage out. And it didn't matter in the end as well. And now they've got still 1 cap and 2 cap in favor in terms of Purple Noise now. But not too bad. If they can get Honey down on this midpoint, then Red Team can come back essentially, and that's an important person to take down on the map. And
they have managed to do so. No way she's getting back up onto her feet there. That's just going to be finished off, and this is Super Smash's way back onto the map, as you say there. Looking to at least try and get a decap or a cap somewhere on the map. Looks like they should be able to get Waterfall there. Yeah, Star going to be able to grab that one for them.
On the other side, in middle, Carver at the moment. We're seeing these shouts, and this shout elite from the Necros being really, really useful for both teams, actually, to kind of end fights and initiate some kind of combo onto players and interrupt a lot of abilities. Like I said, on the last map, Cole Summoned wasn't able to search and rescue and get a res up over on the mine. Thankfully for them, that wasn't a big deciding factor, but Moa comes out to Badaka, and he is dropped into the pits of hell, which is what his job is to do. And he goes back to join his friends in the land of death of Guild Wars 2. But he will be back to fight another day, and Cole Summer might be joining him actually at the moment, unless he's very careful. Has his elite up. He's got Celestial Avatar for, not dropping into it though.
No.
Has he gone for the condition removal here? He's gone for Druidic Clarity, so not able to jump in.
Not sure on that one, but Honey trying to get that res off. He's going to try and channel that one through. And actually, Cole Summer is going to get back on.
No! Fraction!
Last second,
and
Honey.
That's hair, Joe. And that's hair.
It certainly was, but Honey, unfortunately, isn't going to be able to get that clutch. Honey has been actually a really, really phenomenal player this game. We've seen multiple clutch reses. We've seen multiple kind of plays coming out from her, but unable to make that one happen. And that is going to mean Super Smash. They've got that cap on the board, and they're managing to get some points racking up for themselves. but can they catch up to Purple Noise,
No,
who
Honey
is still
goes down.
100
That's
points
big.
ahead right now? Honey going down, you're right, is absolutely huge right
nice
now.
throw. Nice Elixir X throw. But see, that's the thing. That's the power of the Elixir X there, you know, able to get that throw out when they're going for the res, and they have to run away, and they put, you know, I think he was mid-stomp there when he got turned tomorrow, I'm not too sure, so he's going to be able to continue the channel. And with Viper going down over towards the quarry, Red Team can snowball this map in their favour, potentially get the kill onto Cole Summer, which would be really great for them, although Purple Noise get the double cap, but they're still waiting for Viper to come back into the map. Is Honey in a position to be on map? She's coming to mid now. That's going to be good sustain for them, but they do get the kill onto Carver, so they're always switching members in and out now, but they're not a million miles away from 350 if they need to go for it, but they've not got Mesmer in position.
Oh, Carver actually might get back up.
Way.
The stomp got cancelled. No, Honey decides to back away from that one. I was very surprised that was going to be a thing, but Honey now actually has found herself all alone on that midpoint, and now it looks like the fight is moving over towards the quarry here.
Yeah, they need support over here, the Red Team. And they are losing. They've lost Honey over on the midpoint now. They need to make a decision. They need to get Amka over here, over towards this quarry node. And Honey is so close. There's some good fights going on around the map at the moment. Honey drops so low there, but potential res is going to come out as well. Search and Rescue comes out from Alcor. And it's not Alcor. I'm always used to saying that from Cole Summer. But she's going to have to then vapor down towards the point, towards Cole Summer again. And unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to see that res coming out. Unfortunately, no. And yeah.
Yeah, Honey is going to be dropped, and over towards that midpoint, if they can finish off Cole Summer quickly, then they're going to be able to maybe get a 2-cap in favour of themselves, but it's actually going to be on their side of the map as well. Cole Summer just decided to bail away from that one. The graveyard so close to going over towards that Red Team. Sling just going to be hanging out there as Cole Summer is in that down state and he's stacking up condies. Will finally go down there. That's the 2-cap for Super Smash. And you're absolutely right. This could be the comeback for them. Still the 1v1 on Waterfall, so that one's not going either way anytime soon.
Viper.
We can see Viper incredibly low towards the quarry.
Yeah, I mean, if they lose him here, this is going to be difficult. I mean, now, like, it wouldn't be too bad for Purple Noise that if they were at least at 350 and they could potentially push for a Lord and distract in some way, but now they're in a losing position because, you know, I know they've got the lead, but this map is so easy to snowball in their favour, and if they start to lose bodies, they're going to lose this lead very quickly with the 2-cap in favour of this Red Team. And actually, Amstar might lose this fight over on the Waterfall. I think he loses no, sorry, that's been contested for a while. And that's just going to be in that situation, and leaving the Mesmer over on that side of the map won most of the fights in the first place, but now we can see that this swings of HP, Sable and Zuik are just dropping up and down.
Cole Summer drops, though.
Summer drops, yeah, indeed.
That is going to be a really good swing for Super Smash. If they can keep this going, then they're going to be in a fantastic position here. They are going to be able to take that, and now they even up the scoreline. They still have the 2-cap for themselves, and it looks like they're winning this fight over towards the quarry as well.
Oh no, Zuik goes down though.
Zuik does in fact go down. You're absolutely right. And Sable there is in fact just going to get knocked away.
Carries a fair bit of that fight there, actually. And now we're going to see Amka going down quite low here. 1 cap apiece. Look at this point score. 2 points in it at the moment. And already in Season 1, we've seen some potential close games. And this is going to be the closest of them so far in this 3rd series, we're going to call it. Because obviously we've had kind of 3 series-ish today. But yeah, looking to see what happens on this quarry. Now, Blue Team are in a good position to push from this to a Lord Rush. Whereas, you know, Red kept mid at the moment, so we're looking to see who's going to move, because not only do we have only a 2-point difference, which is a kill, literally, we've got 2 minutes left on the map.
Yeah, this is going to be all or nothing right now for these guys, especially for Super Smash, because Purple Noise, they're 1 map away from taking this series, let's remember.
Blue Team get a double cap here. Oh, wow.
Oh, Zuik actually just maybe a knocked off point right there. Didn't see what happened, but Cole Summers has been knocked down and will get finished off. That is going to be Purple Noise. They still have that double cap, but they're a man down.
They're going Lords. Yeah, I'm literally on Amster. This was always going to happen. They hit 350.
But look at the other side of the map as well. You've got both teams looking to rush for Lord right now.
The Ellie is defending. This is great. Like, they've got 2 defending at the moment. They've got the Elementalist, but the thing is, oh good lord, have we got a target here on the Lord? Red Lord's already down to half HP. But they could just bring out the Ellie heal as well. Just need to see whether or not that's going to be able to come out. Need to jump onto the Ellie quickly here.
I'm trying to look at the other side for you. It's so close right now.
It's the Lord HP on. That's it.
It's Blue Team.
My good
Purple Noise
lord.
take it. But from me, from Jebro, and from the still unnamed chart, and from production, it's going to be a good night, and we'll see you in 2 weeks' time.